Hi friends, welcome to Nancy Artwork. Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video is a special one. It's a collab video with my childhood friend Rashna. Yay! Okay, so we both had similar passion towards art in our childhood days, and I think this lockdown has given us opportunity to work upon our skills. And so we thought today that we'll be doing a collab video on our respective skills. Rashna, would you like to tell them about today's video?
Sure, yeah. So we are gonna paint Canada Moraine Lake, and Nancy would be painting the digital art related to that, and I'm gonna do the hand painting.
Wow.
So it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be lot of fun, guys. Yes, it's gonna be lot of fun. I'm going to picking my own Procreate channel to prepare this Procreate digital art of Moraine Lake, Canada, which is also called as BANFF Canada. So I'm sure you're gonna like it. Stay tuned for my version on my channel, and do not forget to please check out Rashna's channel, which is taraashbyrg. I've also linked it down in my description box. It will be a lot of fun to have you guys. Thank you.
Canada BANFF Lake, also known as Moraine Lake. So guys, we are going to start this painting in digital version. As you can see, I have created this form of art. This is my version, and we are going to learn how I created this. It is a little long video, so have patience and try to remain till the end of the video. As a series started, I always have been very diligent in showing how we pick up small pieces of this art and combine at the end of the video to make a bigger art version. So you can imply all these art methods in different landscape painting as well. So let's start. So if you can see, this painting is generally made up of certain elements, which is sky, trees, mountains, these textures of snow, sand textures, reflection, shadows, etc. So let's try and understand how I create all these things. Okay, so let me pick up a clear frame of full screen. Whenever I start a picture or a landscape, I always try to take the reference of the image. So the initial step to create or pick reference is inserting the image. Now the image is inserted. I always try to fit it across my canvas, and once I feel it is nice and clear, I go and lock the image. Also, I try to lower down the opacity of the image. So before I lower down the opacity of the image, let's try to understand the darker and the lighter portions of the image, so that we understand where is the light coming from. So if you see, the mountains are yellow over this area. That means light is directly coming from this source, and that is why the shadow of all the all the boat is down in this direction. Light is falling from this region, and that is why all the reflections are in this direction. So once you understand the source of the light, you are able to depict where the shadows will fall in which direction. That is why you will see no other pieces where the this portion do not have a reflection, but this portion have a reflection, right? Okay, Okay, now second thing which we need to take care is what I generally do when I fit the image. I try and lower down the opacity, and on my next layer I generally try and divide the portions, like, you know, I try and divide the sections for major areas for my clear understanding. Sky, okay, and till this area we have mountains. I will also mark major mountain areas. I will also mark area for my snow patch, bigger snow patches. This will give me an idea of where I have to put lighter shades and the darker shades. Okay. So now you can understand and align a basic frame. Okay. This is the basic frame of any landscape picture which I take. Now I go to another layer and then I start scribbling on my sky. So let's understand how I created the sky in first go. Okay, so let's understand how I created my first thing, which is sky. Okay, so when I create sky, I first try to fill in my whole area with the blue color, which is the basic tone of sky, and then I prefer to take white and grays and use my brush called rainforest. And certainly I try and depict random shots to give me an illusion of cloud. So in this way you can create a sky. You can also change the tones or mix the tones to make it a little blur. So I use soft tool to a little blur out the edges of clouds. So that's how I create the sky. Okay, now let's understand how I work with reflections. Okay, so a very simple and basic way of working with reflections is, so when I have to work upon reflection, for example, I have created something like, let's say I've created a mountain of green color, let's say a simple brown color. Let's say I've created a mountain like this. And then I have created some snow patches, maybe something like this. Decided upon. Okay, this is what I have created. Okay, and now I have a lake below it. Let's say I have a river below it. need some other color. Let's see. This is my river. Oops, I have not created another. I will create a layer for river. Okay, and let's say this is my river. Now I have to make reflection of mountain, so I'll go and select mountain. This is my mountain. Okay, and then what will I do? I will basically first make a duplicate of this, select it. I will say flip vertical and this is how I will make it. And I'll say okay, because this is now in another layer, it's very easy for me to light this first of all, and also to give a reflection of water and subdue it a little. What will I do? I will choose a water airbrush. I will choose something very close to which gives me a little watery effect. Yeah, I really like this brush, which is in Elements Ocean. So I pick this one. I say okay, and I take my eraser tool. Okay, and I try to give the similar thing to my water layer as well. Okay, yeah, and I also will like to subdue a little my edges, so I go to artistic. No, I'll take a soft airbrush, and I will just soft the edges off. Okay, so that it's not that clear. Yeah. Okay, so it gives you a idea how I created reflection on this page. Another very important element of the painting was making trees. Okay, so a very important thing which I would like to tell you about the trees I have created is layering the object, or this is implement to any other any painting where you want to give an effect of a little 3D or a depth to an element. So this is the technique you will basically use. So if I try and create a tree, I always make a habit that I create it into layers. So let's say I pick a tool. I always try to take technical pen and I first create an outline, let's say for my bark of the tree. This gives me a basic idea of the skeleton of the tree. So as you can see, the bottom is a little thick, and as it goes on the top it's thin. Yeah, so this is my base. Upon this, on the another layer, I will pick my green color and will start creating multiple such layers. So I'll create a small patch for you to have an idea. Now I will use another darker green and I'll fill in the other patches of white. I'll use another patch of more dark green to give the depth to the tree. It feels that the tree is quite heavy and full. And then I pick a very lighter shade and gives slight shadows or sharpness to my tree. Now this basically shows that light is falling on these leaves or branches. That's why they are very light in color. That's how I basically create a soft blend. And then I usually give it a sharp shape at the end. That's how I basically work upon my trees. Okay, now as you have the idea of basic shades of tree and sky and mountain and reflections, now you can dive into my time-lapse video where you will enjoy the whole journey how I've created the Moraine Lake. So friends, this was the final version. Hope you liked it, and thanks for staying till end of the video. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Please share as much as you can so that this video reaches more and more creative people like you. Thank you.